welcome to another exciting M.R.E. Wargaming Sit and Spit.
Welcome. Today we are here.
We are here.
Haven't done one of these in a while, and this will be the first one with all three of us together.
No.
That didn't get corrupted.
That
didn't get destroyed, corrupted, and annihilated. So it's kind of nice to talk to you guys. It's been a little bit. A lot of things have been going on. Since the last Sit and Spit, I think Gene Stealer Cult has come out.
Yep.
Eldar, Tau, and Custodes with the Gene Stealer Cult, and Nids are around the corner.
Yeah, not Chaos Space Marines.
Lurking.
Yeah. We're gonna release 2 Eldar versus Chaos Space Marine boxes. Drop the Eldar book. We'll get Space Marines later. Chaos Space Marines later.
See it, yeah.
They're not important.
Now, sculpt-wise, all the Night Lord fans are going nuts. Just nutting in their pants.
Yeah, a lot of good sculpts coming out.
Thomas Knox.
See, and it's like I was excited about it. I'm excited about the one coming out this weekend. We're recording before the Eldar, Corsair, and the Kill Team one's coming out, basically.
Yeah.
And I was excited until I saw the price tag, and I said, "Oh yeah, never mind. I'm okay. 200.
Huh?
200 for the box." So you get.
Did you expect anything less?
See, there's a part of me that says, okay, maybe it's worth it, but like at the end of the day, you're getting 10 Chaos Space Marine models, 10 beautifully Eldar models. I will give them that, and the terrain. But at the end of the day, I'm like.
And a mat.
Oh yeah, the little Kill Team tile mat, whatever they release, probably tiles.
Yeah, wait, could you pick that 200, buy a 3D printer, and set for life?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't want them turning out to look like McFuck uglies, because that would be my luck. Mine would turn out to be like ugly little shits.
We know somebody that can teach you. Teach you the ways.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Enough work in life.
It feels to me. What did we pay for the Krieg and Orc one?
$150 at the time.
I don't know. We each dropped $70 on it. We split it 3 ways, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, I dropped more though because I wanted the terrain.
All right.
Because you guys got the models, and I said I paid more because I just wanted the damn terrain.
Yes.
So I know I put 70 into it.
Yeah.
And you guys put like 40 or 50 into it.
No, I think I paid 70.
You sure?
Pretty sure. It was expensive, but it wasn't that bad. I feel like.
Well, it could because if I put the most in, you put in 70, that'd be over 200.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I put in 50 then.
I think it was like 170, 175 because I wanted the terrain. And I was like, okay, for like 10 pieces of terrain, $70. That's great.
Yeah.
And you guys got basically. No, it was like 40 for you because it was like the box equivalent of like a brand new normal Cadian box. And for him, a newer box of Orc Boys, but like $10 less or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, and you got all your stuff for Kill Team with it too.
Yeah,
that's probably why we paid as much as we did. But
the dice.
But they're asking the same.
Yes,
for less.
But without the dice. Yeah. So, like I said, it looks great, but it's like I just don't want to invest. I guess that much. So who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, so. What's everyone been up to? I guess since the last Sit and Spit. Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like on a nerddom level.
Yeah. So you went to OhioCon.
Yep. Took my daughters to their first OhioCon.
And
a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there early. Just to kind of dodge the crowds because they're tweens, lack of a better term. And,
lack of a better term, he was avoiding the fucked up mess that most of us usually are outside of public settings.
I'm protecting. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so we went. My one daughter went as Numero Zorro. Is that how you say his name?
Zorro, yep.
Yeah, and then my other daughter went as some blonde chick from that gambling anime.
I forget what it's called, but I've seen it. Yeah.
And then I was going to go as Captain Smoker, but my outfit never showed up, but I had my boots. I got an email saying that they screwed up the fabric and it'd be another month or 2 out. So I'm like, cool, I'll just go as Dad.
Dad with his dad.
Which I think it paid off.
Our coworker went there. You guys kind of met
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
That was cool.
yeah. You've seen Rory on the channel. He
Yep.
plays the orcs.
Him and his wife were there. And then I should have went, but I didn't want to basically blow away my vacation at all or anything, because that would have been a lot of vacation for us. So, but maybe next year I'll go. Or I heard there's maybe one in the summer, so we'll see about that. Otherwise, for me, not a whole lot has really happened. Just collecting more models. Collected Flames of War models. Hopefully, video coming soon. Infinity models. Hopefully, video coming soon. God, what else?
By soon, I would.
Blood and Plunder models. Video out.
Yeah, we got a Blood and Plunder out.
And that's about it for now.
Coming out.
Huh?
No, it is.
No, it is out. It was last week, yeah. Last week.
I mean, and if you watch the Arnold Classic, do it. It was cool.
Oh, yeah, you're
Strongman competition. I try to follow a couple of the major events.
He's so big into it. I
So-
don't understand.
That's awesome.
It's like those people that really get into like wrestling, like you do too.
Yeah.
It's like I get it. It's cool, but at a certain point, I'm just like I feel like I've seen this 50 times, so I usually like stay away from it. But it was cool. Like when we were showing me those videos, man.
I like strongman competition.
Like God, they were crazy.
I feel like it's the closest thing you'll ever see to a Titan juicer, if you get that reference.
Or the closest thing probably to a Space Marine without.
Yeah, exactly. Titan juicer or a Space Marine.
Some genetically looking human who just
but
does not have a neck.
that one girl from England, she only weighed like 140 pounds, and she picked up that 160 pounds worth of I can't remember what it's called. There's two stones with these eyelet hooks on it, and it's called like the Dempsey stones or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I know
she
what
picked
you're
it
talking
up.
Yeah, she cleared it.
Oh my
Cleared
God.
it. So she's a world record setter now.
For women. Well,
For-
yeah,
for women.
Still, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that was pretty epic to see that too.
See, this is the kind of scenario where if I see any of these people in like the streets, I'm avoiding because if
What?
if there was confrontation, I'm gonna die.
That girl that did it, you wouldn't know it.
Right.
She was just went beast mode.
That's like those food eaters. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
look like me. You know what I mean? They look like the fucking string bean Rory is, and they're just. All right.
Very true.
What about you, Matt? What's been going on since?
About the same as you.
Yeah, let's say just collecting and painting.
Yeah, what have you acquired recently? Or is it a secret?
Custodies.
Ooh, custodies.
Just to piss off the bank.
Yep.
It worked.
I hate those things.
Heard about
so
it at
much.
work.
I hate those custodies so much. Oh man.
Redid my 1,000 Suns.
Yeah.
And then you forgot to mention your Alpha Legion.
But I think I did last time. I think I said it was on the way. But we're finally painting and getting them all like. There's more than like 3 models painted. There's like 15 to 20. So
Are you that far along now?
I know I have a full 10-man squad.
So now he's rethinking life.
I am rethinking. Let's see. I got that one Terminator done. Well,
Is that
it's
what
not
you did
done.
that night?
Huh?
On Terminator?
What?
Is that what you did that night?
Yes. It took me 2 hours. I took the time into that thing, and I'm still not even done. I'm like, why did I do this?
Hey man, that's my problem. Even when I try to speed paint, I'm like, ooh, I better add this little thing here. Oh,
Yeah.
The guy's got buttons on his coat.
Better do those.
Okay. Oh man, he's got a necklace that you can only see from one angle.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like no one's gonna care. You're gonna look at the piece and be like, oh, that's a soldier with a gun.
Yep.
I
Well,
need to shoot at it.
That's like the only reason I don't even consider it done is I still have to hit the damn gun. Because it has, it's got the rib. Like as if it was like a melter or a plasma. No, it can't just be the same color as the gun. That looks stupid. It needs to be effect and look cool.
Where are you going to do your bases too?
Eventually. Bases come later.
I mean, I'll just be happy to see a fully painted army from you.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen for a while still.
A model a day.
Huh?
A model a day.
A model a day, and it has been not a model a day, but we're getting there. I think I'm starting to it's slacking off, but I feel like once I go, okay, I'm gonna start doing my Skaven again, and then I knock out like 20, and in like 4 hours, I'll be like, okay, I'm catching up now. Because usually, I remember the last time I painted my Skaven, I painted like most of that army in like not even a day. Because I mean, but you got to think you're just factory. You know, it's literally prime them, and then, all right, dry brush, hit the guns, hit the eyes, hit the teeth, hit the little cloth on them, boom. So I remember like back when I was really getting into it, it was just like I call it the factory line. You know what I mean? And you would be like, okay, here come the first 20 models. Dry brush one, dry brush one, dry brush one, dry brush, and you go all through all 20, and you pull them all back. Okay, now it's for cloth. You know, get all the cloth on. Do every single one until they're done. All of a sudden, you knock out 20 of them in, like I said, a couple hours, and you're like, oh man, nice. That was great.
That's all I do on my painting.
Right.
I hate it, but I do it.
Well, see, I feel like it like I did that for the Skaven back in the day, but then when I try to do that with my Alpha Legion, I just cry because it's like, no, I can't do this that way because there's just so many, I guess, more intricate, and I don't know. It's like I guess I want them to look better because you look at a Skaven and you're like, oh boy, 1 out of fucking 200 of them. Who cares? They're Skaven. Whereas like you're like, these are my 10 Terminators. I want them to look nice. I want them to look clean. I hope they don't look like shit. So, but other than that, what else besides OhioCon?
I think that's it.
Huh?
OhioCon.
Right. Oh, that was about it.
Watch the Arnold Classic.
Oh, right.
Tune in if you want to see Space Marines lift rocks.
Pre Space Marines.
Yeah.
Trucks.
I think the Emperor's there.
Probably. The Emperor's probably Arnold himself.
Yeah.
Even though, man, I saw the video from him, and the only thing I can say is, man, Arnold Schwarzenegger's an old man.
Yeah.
He's got that like beer belly bump. He was just kind of sitting in his chair, and I'm like, is he in his 70s now?
He'll still outbench you.
Oh, easily, but
'Cause
you know
I'll
what I
watch his
mean.
workouts,
But like,
man, so, like,
I wonder, like he's in his 70s still now, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And vegan.
And like I said, you just see this like it was funny. He'd just sit in a chair. He'd get up, wave, and like sit back down. It looked like Ozzy Osbourne when you go to see him at a concert. You're like, he moves left to right, slightly up and down, and that was it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man.
Any shows recently? You guys watch anything cool?
I mean, anime-wise, if you're big in anime like me, Attack on Titan's final season's been going. That's been great. Demon Slayer released their new season. That was great. I kind of watch a lot of the like mainstream, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, there's some like backdoor other things. There's a couple other ones, but otherwise those are kind of your main tickets.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not really a lot of shows still.
I've been mainly doing movies. I did finish Attack on Titan with the boy.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry? That show's great!
It's alright. It's not bad.
It's
Show's
gore,
good.
It is gore porn.
It is gore porn.
Yeah.
But see, like...
They don't have to have a story if they just see people explode all the time.
Well, there's still a good story, though. You see, you just... Yeah.
Didn't watch I watched the entire first season and was like...
You didn't watch season 2 when like
No,
the story started going into the...
I'm like...
Oh, God.
I finished season 1 and I'm like, why?
Yeah, season one's the fishing rod. It's the bait. You know what I mean? You cast it out there and be like, "Ooh, look what we got over here." And then season 2, after you bite on, then they're like, now we got you." Oh man.
I've got my wife hooked on Supernatural. Took me years. Yeah, I know.
I can't push
It's
through.
fun. We were.
I can't say anything. I've never seen it.
Oh,
Well, neither
okay.
have I. I've seen like one
Everybody keeps telling
episode.
me you gotta watch it.
Well,
I'm like,
if you were like my wife and I growing up, we were, without even knowing it, we were both huge Buffy fans and Angel fans. In a way, it's basically like the modern Buffy Angel kind of deal. It's your modern
See, that's
drama, supernatural, hunting bad guys, monster of the week.
right. See, that's the difference though. I think between even though our age isn't like slightly different, it's still what 5 years, 6.
There's 7 years between us.
Yeah, so that's at 7, 8. Like you say, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The only thing I think of Buffy is from that one Scooby Doo movie they released in like 2001, and it wasn't even like Buffy. It was just a vampire group. You know what I mean?
Huh?
What?
Remember that vampire like singing group movie?
Oh yeah, that was Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
And the Witch's Ghost.
The Hex Girls.
The Hex Girls,
I'm
which
a Hex
were clearly like it was like this is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer ripoff, but without the
Sarah Michelle Gellar plays Daphne.
Does she really?
In the live action.
Oh my
In the
goodness!
2 live action movies, she plays.
You
I didn't
didn't
know. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
because I didn't know Buffy. So
Oh yeah.
because like I said, like I know nothing about Buffy. I just know it was
What are we hanging out with?
it's like
Good question.
what was the other show? Oh shit. Maybe this was Buffy, but there was 3 girls that were spies. And they had like a butler, and he kind of
Charlie's Angels?
Charlie's Angels, like didn't know really what the hell Charlie's Angels was until like I remember seeing like some ripoff show, like cartoon show came out. It was like totally spies.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah,
Charlie's Angels was like a 70s TV show. Then
Right.
They did 3 movies, didn't they? Or 2?
So you gotta
I
think
know
like
of at least
Lucy
2.
Liu, Drew Barrymore, and
Drew Barrymore.
oh God, what was her name? What's her name?
Cameron Diaz.
Yes,
Is
Cameron
that-
Diaz.
Is it really Cameron Diaz? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So like you gotta think like even though it's only 7 years, that like the whole TV gap differential is just enormous.
I dropped my height.
When you guys grew up with that, I grew up with Johnny Bravo, Scooby Doo, and
Oh, we did too.
Courage the Cowardly Dog Show,
Yeah.
and SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So,
That's your problem.
yep, it is, man. But
So yeah, that's what we're doing. Knocking out Buffy or
Supernatural.
Supernatural. I watched most of it. Got upset and quit on the season 7 because Leviathan was like the worst season, and they even came out and said it basically. Ruined it for me, and then I boycotted it for a long time, and then grew up and finished the series except for the final season. Didn't watch, so this is kind of a fun experience between my wife and I to like
There you
go through it.
Oh.
We're on season 2. Yeah, they're I mean, there's a lot of episodes.
go. I was like, did you start this like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
my
we only do
goodness.
about 3 or 4 episodes a night on the nights I'm off.
Dang.
But yeah, I think it's building up to the end where they're gonna fight Azazel, which is the yellow-eyed demon.
Oh yeah. Always gotta fight a demon or something somewhere.
Always you shoot that bad boy with that fucking gun.
See, I feel like that's the
Revolver.
difference now is you guys grew up with the classics of, these shows.
Yeah,
Now
the
we're-
best. We grew up in the best time era. Yeah.
You could say that. And to where, I would say, better than my fucking time era. Whereas, I kind of get like the runoff or the, the BS version of it. Or like, oh yeah, this is an anime version of like hunting demons and some shit. Or like something, even though they're different, but they're not in a way. So, I don't know, we gotta get the watered down crap. And then as time goes on, stuff gets more watered down.
It's okay. It still happens.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of stuff that come out that me and Rick look at each other and just talk about because like
Yeah.
this is basically this when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And now we're just
Yeah.
like
Right.
Well, like there's a if you ever listen to, I don't know what the podcast is, but Mike Haskell. I don't mean a name drop necessarily, but that's the guy that like was part of like the Long War for a while. And he's working on a novel for whatever. But anyways, he has this really cool point of like all the he has a podcast that talks about it. There's like all the best stories and plots were written in movies and shit for like in like the late 80s and early 90s. Like they perfected it, and now everything else that has came after is legitimate rip-offs or copies. Because those particular movies that were big back in the day perfected the formula of whatever they covered.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because it's true, because nowadays you're coming out of the woodwork trying to pull out novels and comic books, trying to get all these original stories, and trying to sell it to people that are
yeah.
that are like, oh, I'm not a comic book fan, but I am now, which is cool. But
Right.
yeah, it's just funny. Every time there's something cool or new out, it's like, oh, that was a book that came out in '92, or oh, that's a comic book series that started in '83, or you know what I mean, like it's like that one with John Cena. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
But I'm pretty sure
Peacemaker.
I'm pretty sure that Peacekeeper, I think it's a low tier hero.
Yeah, he's one of those runoff like an X-23
I mean,
from
yeah.
from the X-Men, where basically it's woman
Yeah.
Wolverine.
In a way, he's kind of like Deadpool as far as he's a hero, but he's not.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
anti-hero or a
Yeah.
gray hero.
Yeah, however they want to
Right.
categorize that now. It's,
But but to me, like that's probably the best thing DC's made in a while.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
Well,
No, I just seen the Batman.
I'm gonna say
One.
Matt
That
just
was
said he
good.
saw the new Batman movie.
Okay.
It was amazing. Go watch it.
See, I won't watch it just because I've now been burned so many damn times on these movies, and I'm just like,
Did you
I
know
don't
they're
wanna
going to make another Superman?
They're making another Superman.
Yep.
Why?
Guess what? They didn't cast Henry.
They didn't cast Henry. Oh, no, DC.
Yeah.
Screw DC. Done with their garbage. See, that's
Well,
It's alright, Henry. I am convinced we'll get the first Warhammer movie made. I really see it.
oh yeah,
I hope it's soon.
yeah, the gift from the Emperor himself.
Even though their animation
It's going to be Custodes, so you
I
won't
don't
like it.
I'll watch it. Like, I'll watch that Warhammer Plus. I think since the last time we talked came out with 2 reputable videos.
I like all the stuff.
Just the Tau and the Chow stuff, basically.
Sorry.
I'm talking like, actual like story, like an actual show.
Yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead and press pause and rewind. I enjoy only the animations
Yeah.
because the rest stuff's like I've been playing so long. Like I really don't give a fuck about Abaddon. I don't give a fuck about this character. I don't feel like let's do lore. There's enough awesome YouTubers out there that have covered it 9 times better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's everybody's complaint.
Yeah.
Because everybody already has their painters they like to watch.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
their lore people.
Yep.
Yep. I literally clicked on one of the painting videos for 12 seconds to paint flesh, and I'm like, oh, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then that was it. Like,
The only reason why I don't say that stuff is because I want GW to go, oh, we're going after them now. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I am. But I do like the Tau one that came out. They've now released their second video.
Yep.
We won't talk about the second one because Matt hasn't seen it yet, unfortunately.
I mean, you can, I don't care. I'm not about that greater good life.
I was going to say, spoilers, they're doing things for the greater good.
Yeah. And they are not having a good time. They are not having a good time.
It's tough being a space communist.
It is tough being Space Town in that video. Like the first one, you were like, okay, got some setup, got some things, cool little character we're rolling with. The second one, you're like, God damn, it sucks to be Tau right now. Like, it is not fun at all. This is not fun.
Well, I guess since we're on the subject, what is your guys' favorite Hammer and Bolter video?
My favorite Hammer Bolter video? Oh, you know mine. Trazen. The one with Trazen in it, or Trazen, or
Okay.
The Infinite. That was undoubtedly my favorite one, only because of who was in it.
Yeah. It's hard for me to pick between that and Old Bailout.
Ooh, Old Baylor was
Because I like
also
orcs.
good.
I like how they talk. I mean,
Oh.
it's just stupid.
I like the Eldar one.
The Eldar one too. Yeah, at least those are good. They got another one coming out.
I mean, the
don't know
first
when.
one was cool with the assassins.
Yeah.
The corrupt Inquisitor.
Yep.
But because the cool thing was like, I've always been a Space Marine fanboy, but I like that so far these videos have not catered to any one faction,
No.
and they blatantly show how dick-headed Space Marines are.
Every faction could be.
And I mean, granted, the Angels of Blood or or whatever
Which
that
ones?
whatever the
Are you talking about the one with the Gene Stealer cult? The whole separate.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
that was cool. They were being
Yeah.
the whole hero stuff, but I mean, like that Eldar video, it's literally just straight up like just fucking kill. You know what I mean? It reminds me of.
Why are you guys doing this? 'Cause we can.
It reminds me of
It's
the
like,
first
Jesus.
Flash gets free apocalypse. They're flipping benches and setting them on fire just to prove a point.
Just to prove a point.
And then you had the Dreadnought walking up doing this fucking Dreadnought shit. Oh, for the great, spitting out litanies, talking about, just nonsense. It's like, oh, I'm the end. I was your father, and then I was your mother, and now I'm the beginner of your death, and then the end of your death after dinner.
It's like they literally were like, God, like we need Eldar to have a bad guy. Let's just crank Space Marines to 11.
and it was Ultra Smurfs on top of that.
Oh yeah.
And then when
God.
that Striking Scorpion dude fucking killed that Blade Guard vet,
Oh man.
or whatever he was. Blade
So
Guard
many
vet.
people were pissed.
Oh, I think it was awesome.
Well, of course, people were pissed though because you can't kill a Blade Guard veteran like that. He should have a 4+ involved. It's like don't bring lore to the game and don't bring lore or game to the lore.
And if
Like,
you do bring lore, you know what? Dice.
yeah,
That was not his day. He rolled once.
he rolled a freaking 1. He rolled a 1.
Fuck
So
it.
that Striking
Like-
Scorpion. Well, now the newer Striking Scorpions can do that, but the old ones at the time, oh, but man, that was so epic.
The new ones can do that to an Imperial Knight.
Yes, that's just terrifying.
Neat.
Oh my goodness. That's the other thing since the last video. Power creep in 40K is, in a way, becoming a little obnoxious.
Well, they gotta build everybody up because 10th edition is about to drop.
I think
Don't say
so far that
That's what's gonna happen. Demons and Chaos Space Marines, they ain't gonna get 9th edition codex. It would go straight to
Oh,
10th
no,
edition.
they
Oh,
are.
Sorry, guys.
They will.
Forgot.
It'll be the last codex, and then they'll redrop the reprint of Space Marines.
So they'll get Xenos.
Yeah, they'll get Xenos.
Yeah, like all the other editions.
It'll be like Necrons. Congratulations, you're the first one of this set. Everything else behind you is going to be top tier.
You know the Guard's still waiting on theirs.
Yeah, so who is left? We got Guard,
Because the Guard's got...
Demons, Knights, Chaos Knights, Chaos Space Marines, normal Space Marines technically.
No, they have a book.
I got a book.
All right.
They'll get their second book.
They'll get a second.
Yeah. all
they
the
are
updated-
due for a second book.
Yeah.
Because they got all these new premiere
Is that it,
series
though?
coming out.
That's next.
Oh, and
Space
Nids. But
Marines
Nids is
second
next.
book.
Nids is not this week, but the next weekend. Yes, yes, yes. Speaking of what's that model that they previewed? It's got a name. The Maw of something. I forget already. But I am hyped.
Really, you guys should do a game for that release.
I should get that model and do a game for that release. Yeah, I would.
You should play his Krieg.
That would be.
In your background, we'll have Starship Trooper flying.
Game over, man!
We'll have him name one of his characters Rico.
This is Rico and his squad.
This
Oh
is Rico,
boy.
and these are his roughnecks.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I need to. I've been building and painting materials.
Wait. I'm sorry. Did you watch that?
Star Trek Troopers? Yeah, I've seen Star Trek Troopers. Thank God. I get the reference.
You know, it was still ahead of its time for graphics.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if you can power through it, watch all the sequels.
They actually made sequels for that?
Yes, they did.
I
Dear
did not
Lord.
watch them all.
Two is blatantly more of an alien thing because they're trapped instead of a bunker with them inside. But then 3 was really good because they brought back the guy that played Rico. But it was like, whoa, dude, cocaine was rough on you. Wow. Okay, keep acting. And then they knocked it out. It was really good for what it was. And then they said, oh shit, let's just do it. Let's just do CGI. And the CGI one was a sequel from the third one, and it was really cool because they had mech suits.
See, the fact that you watched all these just tells me you were
Dedication.
meant to be a guard player.
It just shows how many movies Tom has actually watched where he's like, oh yeah, they've had 3 sequels. He was the first one who told me, you ever watch the Mulan sequel? What do you mean the Mulan sequel? What do you mean Mulan
Straight to
2?
VHS, baby.
Yep.
See, that is the shit. He'll say something like that, and I'll be like, I have no idea what we're talking about.
If you want to be confused about everything that the first movie stood for, watch the second Mulan. You'll be like,
I heard
what?
that movie's so bad.
Who pulled the trigger on this fever dream?
That's why I went straight to VHS.
It did.
Yeah, they probably made it with well, we already put the money into it, drop it in the VHS.
They interviewed some of the guys at some point in time, and the one dude was just like, I don't know what we were thinking.
Jeez.
It's kind of like superhero movies back in the 80s.
Oh,
you got
man.
the Punisher, it went straight to VHS, and then you had...
No, you didn't.
I was pretty sure it
You
did.
talking about Doppelganger?
Yeah.
That was theaters.
Did it go theaters? Not very long then.
You can find the trailer on YouTube. That's what I know.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up.
And then the Fantastic Four didn't even get anything.
Oh, man.
In fact, they tried to burn all traces that thing even existed.
One of them you can't find. It's either it's not the Captain America movie. No, you're right. The Fantastic Four one. There is nothing left of that.
Yeah, they tried to burn all traces, but people still keep popping up with it.
Well, if it's that bad of a movie.
It's just one of the things. If you're a true fan, you gotta watch it. See what it was like. A life.
See, that's like the one mark of Marvel's movie thing. You're like, let's just forget about the Fantastic Four.
They started off rough, but then
They're still pretty bad though.
They're way better than DC.
Oh yeah.
Where DC started off good,
They
and
just
now they just
trash. See, I still, for some reason, one of my favorite DC movies, even though it was probably one of the worst Batman series, was that not the original, but the one in was it the 80s or the 90s with
Michael Keaton.
Not Michael Keaton. Who was the other Batman during that
Val
time?
Kilmer.
Val
That was
Kilmer.
90s, bro. Like 98.
Yeah, that was because
And all I remember is that Bane. It had Bane, Mr. Freeze,
George Clooney.
and George Clooney.
George Clooney.
I love, for some reason, I'll watch those movies if
Worst
they're ever
Batman
on.
ever.
I'll be like, screw it, this will be funny to watch again. Just to see, I am Mr. Freeze! You freeze now!
It's time to chill out.
Chill out! Those movies were so
I don't think I
fucking
could be friends with him now.
Why? Those movies were great, man. Those things are like you look back on those and go, God, this was some hot street trash.
It's because he's born in '93.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his problem.
Like when you talk about like me as a kid watching the movie because Dad was watching it, that was what was on the TV. That, you know what I mean?
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
You were born a year after the release of Batman Returns, the last Michael Keaton Batman.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So like those were not on TV. It was all the old school or the George Clooney and sexy Poison Ivy and my favorite Bane of all time, Mr. Coked Out, Mucho Lupri as he just ran around and beat the shit out of people. I was like, that's Bane, not this. Oh, it's like no, you're fucked up. I don't like it.
Yeah, but I can appreciate that Bane.
I can appreciate it, but for some reason in my head, I'm always like, no, I need like crazy assassin, like.
He did a good job playing that part for how it was written.
Yeah.
Only because Tom Hardy
Yeah.
can
That
do,
was Tom
can
Hardy,
do no
wasn't
wrong.
it?
You know, I've watched a lot of his stuff.
He is so good as
He's a good
Venom
actor.
too.
Yeah,
He is such a good Venom too. Like I've seen both those movies. I'm like, damn.
I love him in Peaky Blinders when he plays that. I can't remember the character's name, but he plays this Jewish bootlegger. And dude, he's a fucking badass. Like I watch all the Peaky Blinders, and everyone, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I really like the main character, or the like the lead side character." Like, no. Give me fucking Tom Hardy's character every day.
No.
Like, I was so upset when he got shot and he died. I was like, "Fuck! There's no." And then he came back, and you're like, "Okay, I'm upset, but I'm glad he's back."
I'm glad he's back.
Because he should have been dead. A bullet to the face.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Were you as well, you didn't finish Game of Thrones, did you?
No,
I never watched it.
What?
I'll catch up someday.
I just never. I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I literally was like, "Is this show literally just gonna be about this dude fucking his sister?" I'm out. Like, I don't give a shit about this.
Kind of.
And I just couldn't get into it. I was like the first 3 episodes, you're like, "Holy shit! Do I have to see them fuck every episode? Give me like the murder and all the other shit."
You don't see that. I mean, it's a really good show, but realistically, it all does boil down to the fact that they were fucking each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
I mean, that's the whole reason why Sean Bean died.
Yeah, when Ned Stark died, I was like, I think I'm going to stop watching this.
But you should expect that too. 'Cause Sean Bean.
Yeah, he always dies.
I'm either going to die or I'm a bad guy.
Yeah. Which means he'll probably die.
But then, and even the Red Wedding, that was a rough ride.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, what? That was almost like...
He did that to himself too, though.
He did.
So,
he really fucking did.
I have no idea what we're talking
Keep
about.
your cock in your
Stuff is
pants
going
and do what
on.
you're told.
Stuff is going on.
That's the lesson you need to take from that.
Weddings that are red.
so you need to watch it.
I know.
It's great.
I've heard about the Red Wedding. I don't know.
It
It's one of those things now, like, I feel like I can't watch stuff alone as much, you know what I mean? Unless I'm, like, super into it. So, like, for me, like, I probably will never watch that show because I'm not going to, like, connect and, like, get super invested into it. Which is terrible.
Yeah, but I guess you watched 13th Warrior.
So that was a great
Trust
movie.
me, you'll
That
start
was a
getting into Game
great
of Thrones.
movie. Man.
And it gets hard to keep up with characters, but not really because of how many main characters. Are
You
just
know
like,
what movie...
Hey, he was there.
You know what movie we all need to go see when it comes out? Is that Viking movie coming out in April. We should go see that. I am so ready.
I feel like they gave away the entire plot.
I mean, yes, but at the same time,
I'm like, oh, I've seen the movie now.
you need to go into it though now, just being like, all right, what cool ass action scenes of 1200 century Viking warfare am I going to see? That's what I'm going. I don't give a fuck about the story. I want the rest of it. I want the oomph.
If you want the real oomph, just watch Vinland Saga.
Oh man, I have been praying for a season 2 of that show.
And then you're like, well, everything I know about Vikings is wrong, and Vinland Saga has to be telling me the truth. Because that's what's
really bad about Vinland Saga. If you haven't watched it, spoiler alert. And it's old now. It's like almost years now, and they haven't released season 2. But
it's like
I literally went into it thinking, oh, it's gonna be Viking anime, and I was telling Tom about it. They're releasing 3 episodes a week. I'm like, yeah, this is dope. This is all really cool. And then you see the guy pick up a tree. Not just like a branch. No, he decides to pick up like an entire tree trunk and just yeet. And you're like, okay, this is where the anime aesthetic rolls into the show.
We're about leaping ship to ship.
Yeah, leaping ship to ship. Not even like, oh, ship to side by side.
50-yard leaps.
50-yard leap of just like, and you're like, he doesn't make that, and just landing in the middle, and you're like,
because he's special. He's a
yeah.
Son of Thor or something.
Yeah.
No, well.
No, he was the.
Technically, they were like a group that like some people consider them like the special forces of Vikings.
They were like the special forces of like the Denmark King's retinue, and then one of those scenarios where it's like, oh, he fell off the ship in battle, and like we thought he just drowned and died. And then they magically find him again at some random fuckwad island.
Yeah, but...
You know what I mean? That has like a village now, and they're basically like, join or die. And he's like, I guess I'll fucking die.
Well, it's like... It's a typical anime trope where it's like, if you train really hard, you'll be inhuman. Yeah. So like, everyone else in the fucking series, minus key characters, are just fucking like Billy and Joe with fucking... their fucking round shield and their fucking knife that their grandpa gave them. Yeah. And they're like, yay, I'm gonna fight you because I'm a fight. And then it's like, and you're like, oh, that chainmail didn't shit.
Hey, you gotta love the fact too, it's like, this guy's supposed to be a trained super Viking. He has the shield, great. But yeah, then they whip out like the little short sword. I'm like, where's the axe? Where's the long sword? What are you doing? And you just see this kid like walk up, like dodge 5 blows, dodge under his shield to where he like, it's like, he's like what, a teenager in this show? And he's like between the dude and the shield somehow. And all of a sudden, like, you just see his 4 fingers just go, whoop, off they go. And he's like, oh, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
And if you're
the best scene though, the best fucking scene is, it's like morning dawn, and they've like they're trying to raid this like defense position where it's like a giant wall, but then there's like a little village on the inside, and it's guarded by the sea, and there are archers everywhere, and there's like this normal army's pushing up, and the Vikings were like, hey, if you pay us, we'll help you out. We just want the kind of the gold from him, and he's like, the other king guy's like, yeah, fuck it, I don't give a shit, whatever, as long as I can control this little city. So their idea is like, okay guys, we can't really attack the wall because it's a wall and we're Vikings, but we can attack by sea, but if we do that, they have ballistas everywhere, and we really can't like just go from sea, it's just too slow. Well, okay, what's our idea? Guys, big brain. We're gonna carry our longship over the mountain, then mid-battle, have like basically where the wall and the water meets, right on the edge. We're gonna land the boat here, go around to not get shot that much, and assault from there. And the best scene is seeing 20 grown men Vikings with a full-size longship on their shoulders. The 2 guys in the front with shields running down a hill like, ah! And just throwing it into the water, hopping onto the boat, and then proceeding to do this raid. And you're like, okay, that did happen. They did carry their ships over land. Not running with it down a hill in mid-combat. But, that was so beautiful.
I think it was the way that they did it in if you ever watched Vikings. They did the whole log thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where they would push across the logs.
Oh, yeah, that's what
pull the back
it was
logs.
slow, but, to do it, it needed to be done. But just seeing these, like, this ragtag group just, like, running down a hill with a full longship on them, I lost my shit. I was like, fuck yes. Best fucking scene. And then, of course, you had the kid, like, oh my god, it's like a 10-foot, 15-foot wall? It'd be fucking great if I just found the 3 nooks on the side of it and, like, Assassin Creeded up the wall, murdered 3 guys, and then just started going on a murder spree as a distraction. You're like, holy fuck. That show, man. I want a season 2 so bad, but I don't think it'll ever happen.
It sounds like it should happen.
Huh?
We probably won't get it. No. There's too many good shows out there that you don't get sequels to. Yeah. Like,
did you see? Speaking of Vikings, they released a new TV series. It's called like Vikings Ragnarok. I don't know how good it is.
Well, the guy that created Vikings had talked about doing another Vikings series, which would be 100 years ahead of the current Vikings series, possibly.
Right.
But I don't know how certain that
Maybe
is.
That's what it is. I don't know. All I know is I saw it and I was like, oh shit. So, otherwise, I did forget a show that I was watching. Disenchantment came out within that last season.
Yeah, great.
I'm like 4 episodes in. I need to go back and watch the rest of it. But it's been great so far.
So good.
But it's one of those things like, It's been what, like half a year since the season 3, I think.
Well, because they dropped it late.
Yeah.
They dropped season 3 late
And-
due to COVID.
All I remember is like I remember like sitting there watching the first episode, being like, "Wait, what the fuck happened last time I was watching this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's right." So like I had to kind of catch back up to like how the story was progressing. I was like, "Oh shit, right."
And Witcher season 2.
So I'm
Watch
not
it.
big into those.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
What did you just say?
I never watched those.
So I'm gonna say this to the camera. It took me almost 4 months to convince this man to watch The 13th Warrior, and afterwards he's like, "Holy shit, I fucked up. This was great." And I feel like he's gonna feel the same way about The Witcher.
Probably. That's another one of those things. Like I feel like I either had to have read the books or played the games, and I didn't either.
No,
So.
I didn't either.
Okay.
He's going. You know.
Is it gonna fill the void of that show you got me into that hasn't released a second season? And probably never
Give
will?
us a season 2 of Carnival Row.
Yes.
Now.
That
Need
I
it.
need to fill the void of
Give me
like
more Orlando Bloom.
1920s like pre-industrial
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah.
That show was great.
Such a good series. Give me season 2.
I think the only reason that show did not kick off as well as it was because it came out the same time as The Boys.
The
which
Boys, yeah, really
is-
buried it. Which
Don't
is
get me
great series.
wrong, amazing freaking series. It's just it sucks because I loved that show too.
Which also, hurry up with that because I want to see what you guys are gonna do with Jensen Ackles playing America Boy or whatever.
America Boy, yeah, Freedom Boy.
Yeah, Freedom Boy.
Man. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Hopefully. I think they already have it done. They just haven't released it, which is also true. What?
You guys with your shows.
Man, see that's the thing. Like Tom watches all of them. Like where I'm like,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of anime, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll watch like one show here and there, kind of thing. But most of my shit's just anime. Even then, most of the time I'm either painting now, editing, or playing fucking Apex.
Oh, I'm also halfway through Gundam Zeta.
Oh, I am halfway through the original Gundam series.
Yeah, there we go.
Fuck yeah, that show's been fun to watch again. It is funny. I'll still watch the opening. Like the old ass 1980s. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z back when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, no, what? Try
You're like
watching the not the American intro, but like.
the Japanese version.
And like the dragons going, and they're like, "Oh, that was so much fun!
It's
What's
the same
going
with the Gundam. I'm
on?"
watching it all Japanese, you know, you hear that, it's like, fight to Gundam!
Yeah.
Gundam, fight to! You're like, yeah! You don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck, like, half of it's being said. You're like, this is great.
That's why I
This is
used to like
fucking
do
great.
drugs and watch anime.
Holy shit! I don't know if it's the show or the weed, but this is fucking amazing. Oh my god.
Yes.
I even listened to the outro. I don't know why. I just hear the
Yes.
Amaru. It's like they pulled out some like 1950s orchestra singer, like almost like a Frank Sinatra but in Japan, and just made him sing this bit, and it's just so good. Do 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 do.
That's all their music, really.
Yeah, especially in like
Like-
old anime style. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're just going down a fucking street we didn't plan to go down. Anime intros. What the fuck happened? In the last like 10 years, it's just like you're just like, what's going on? And
You
they're
gotta
like,
get them.
they're just screaming at the camera.
You gotta
I mean,
bring
like,
it in. You
you're
gotta
like-
bring it in. And now it's like it's so much for like, depending on the show. You know what I mean? It either has to be the metal or it has to be
Yeah.
the pop. It has to like I said, you gotta like drag people into like the hype of it now.
I like.
That's like if you get a chance, you guys should watch Fire. Oh
Fire
shit!
Force?
Fire Force.
Yeah.
Great
It was
intro,
cool.
great show. Does have a few like some of those bits where all of a sudden some girls just randomly like, oh no, I'm like half naked. You're like, what the fuck? But the normal anime trope shit.
Is it as bad as School of the Dead?
No.
I had a hard time watching.
It's just that one where it's this one character and it's like she's like a super klutz basically. So it'd be like the scenario where she'd be like, I'm gonna save the day, and like run somewhere, and then a random pipe will like grab her pants and like her pants will get pulled down, and then she's sitting there like you don't see nothing. You don't even see like her underwear, but she'll just like make a noise and like punch the main character because he'll see her and be like, "Oh fuck!
Oh, like what?
I didn't mean to do that."
That happens to us at work. My pants gets pulled off all the time.
I did not say that. That is not. That is a cap. That is a cap.
This is real.
No, it is not. Do not listen to him.
I believe Rook.
I don't. You never should. Man. Other than that, guess we can kind of talk about the show now instead of, you know, hot topics and shit like that.
Yeah.
We have...
Yeah, take the nipple clamps off.
Yeah, we have 2 more videos prepared, both 40K games. One's a bigger game, and one's God, how many points did we play that?
1,000.
1,000. Yeah, we got a 1,000-point game between Zinch Demons and Gene Stealer Cult. Mm-hmm. And then we have a 4,000-point game, which is a 4-way battle of 2,000 points on each army.
2v2.
Or 2v2, which was Sisters of Battle and Imperium Alpha Legion, which I ran that. And then Matt ran... You guys told me to bring Alpha Legion. I was told to bring Imperial Alpha Legion. You know how rough that was? I don't know shit.
I didn't say Imperial Alpha Legion.
Wait.
I said Alpha Legion.
Bring Alpha Legion. You're playing one of the
Whose
two.
idea was that?
Not mine.
No. Whose idea was it? I'm going to buy Alpha League.
Oh, yeah.
That way
But,
I
like,
can run
it's
it
one of
as
those
Imperial.
scenarios, though, where I'm like, yeah, that's my plan. But then you were like, oh, okay, put it into effect. And I'm like, I've never played Imperial Space Marines.
Can I tell you
I don't
where
know
you
anything.
screwed up? You screwed up on the choices that you made for your custom chapter.
Why?
You
You didn't even shoot at me.
You should have ran the Bolter one.
I should have ran the Bolter one, looking back on it.
Because
Yeah.
then you would have got to rerun ones
All ones.
for all bolters.
Instead of just having that
And
captain.
then you should have done the duelist in case of charges.
Well, see, I wanted to bring in something that sounded Alpha Legion, so I was like, oh, I'm going to do Stealthy because that's Alpha Legion. And what did I pick even? Oh, I picked the Marksman, the 3 extra inches, which...
Marks was great.
It ain't bad.
I think. I run
it was good.
Marines
It was
every
good.
time.
It's just, it felt... Like, if I would have brought the Bolter one and
But-
re-rolled all those ones, I would have been a lot better. But at the same time, we won't talk about it because that just how that game kind of
I
was. and
would
everything.
say
We
that you
haven't
also
released
need to
it.
run assault guns, but you can't have Primaris, so...
No, I don't want Primaris. I don't want them.
I don't blame you.
So,
After watching this, you should go check out the Blood and Plunder video.
yeah.
We did a lot of things wrong,
We did a whole
but
lot of things
it
wrong.
was fun.
Yeah, we did.
He was telling me at work, he's like, oh, you know you got to do this.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys didn't take a strike test.
You didn't take a strike test.
Because the
Oh,
game could have
okay.
the game can end after one strike test, if I'm not mistaken.
He's like, you did your strike test
I
wrong.
knew we messed up the strike test, but I can't remember if it's...
You can actually move 3 times in a turn.
But he could always fortune it.
Yeah,
You can do
you can,
this
you can
in a
move 3
turn.
times a turn, but the third movement,
Is what
So is it the third one that fatigues you?
yeah, third movement
Okay.
fatigues you.
You bastard.
Yeah.
Basically, Matt cheated me in that game. Go back and watch it. I get my ass kicked.
If I'm
It's
not
good.
mistaken,
It's fine.
or it's either the third movement fatigues you, or if you do an additional action that your card doesn't allow.
Well, see, you're only allowed doing 3 actions. I know
Okay.
that.
What about your commander, though?
Okay, Commander, he can give extra actions, but he can't push you past that third.
Oh.
The commander.
So when you did like the 4...
That's why with like my English militia.
Yeah, where you pulled him out, or you moved him twice, shot, and then double reloaded. So you'd
I
only been able
did
to
double
move him.
reload.
Either. You were reloaded next turn to go shoot, double move, even though the game was over.
Shoot and double move.
Yeah.
I don't think I double. Well, maybe I did. I can't remember.
I think the game was over. I mean, it was turn 2 something.
Yeah.
and your commander has a command range.
He does.
He doesn't
Yes.
just
Yeah,
command
then he was telling because I remember asking.
That's right.
Can I
I had
command
to
that
look it
guy?
up.
No.
But
And
you
then I was
can't
sitting there like,
push.
damn it.
Yeah, you can't push a unit past 3 activation.
And you can't
Okay.
you can't command a unit that's already been activated either.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess why wouldn't you just always activate your commander first then?
Because maybe you're wanting to keep that squad and where they're at currently until your opponent moves. Because I normally put mine with Buccaneers or filibusters.
See, I do militia.
Well, see, I did mine with the filibusters, and it felt lackluster as fuck.
My militia can only go to trained. That's why. I put
Yeah,
it with
where mine could go to veteran.
Yeah, that's why you take your field officer or your second
Okay.
your weenie captain.
Yeah, sometimes.
Which you can give them one order.
But it was fun otherwise. Yeah, definitely watch it, guys.
Oh, we'll do
See,
that.
see how much we fucked up. I got all my
Yeah,
cannons
it
in
wasn't
now.
bad. They were just rusty.
I've got all my cannons enough.
I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you.
Cannons
And then,
are OP.
They are
I
pretty
took
good.
it just to try it. I didn't realize how bad it is.
Well, at first, like, you shot at me and you're like, oh, yeah, I just need +3. I'm like, okay, so what? It shoots on their guy, so it's probably a 9. You're like, oh, yeah, just 3+. The
Yeah,
three
that's
dudes are
what's
dead.
crazy about
I was
it.
like, oh, shit.
It's mind blowing. And I feel like since they changed, because I told you they changed grenades,
Yeah.
I feel like they should have done the same thing for cannons.
Right.
At least give you that 9+
Right.
save.
Right.
Like,
Who knows?
I've got cavalry.
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
do.
run them.
I hope they go well for you.
I don't know what their guns do. They have a carbine.
Carbine?
It was like matchlock, or it wasn't a matchlock because we're beyond matchlock.
1700. Oh, there's
Yeah.
still some probably.
But it was like something lock carbine
It's probably
or
matchlock.
carbine.
yeah, it's a carbine.
But I didn't. That's like their weapon. Then you can swap it out for something else.
Probably the.
Oh, and they get armor. They get armor, which is
The
something
fuck's
that
that
happened
do?
back then. I don't know. I gotta look it up. I was building a list at work on the computer, and
If I had to guess, he gets better saves out of cover. Like we're out
Right. Or maybe it
we're
gives you a
nines.
save while you're in cover
no,
or not
I mean,
out of
when
cover.
you're out in
I
the
don't know.
open, you don't get a cover save at all.
But maybe armor does something
I don't
to that
think.
effect. Oh.
Yeah, you
You
don't
don't
get
get
the
to save it all?
You don't get a save at all unless you're touching cover.
Oh,
No, you
Jesus.
get 9+.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, out and open.
Okay.
I'm
But
gonna
still,
save
it's
it.
like
God.
nothing.
Because like
Yeah.
some of the units have like a save of 7
Okay.
or 8, but you have to be in like
You
touching
gotta
a
be.
bush,
Yeah.
behind a cobblestone wall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a building.
Right.
'Cause I put mine in church one time. Didn't work out for me, but
So we got some Blood and Plunder coming up.
Yep.
Or we did.
yeah, it did. Of course, 2 40K videos, like
Yeah,
you
two
guys
40K
have
videos.
mentioned.
Oh yeah, and the other two factions were
Death Guard.
Death Guard and Thousand Sons.
Yeah.
With
the
little demons
demon
mixed in,
attachment,
but-
yeah.
It was still, it worked out.
It's alright. I got a Muller fiend now, so that bumped me
There we
up.
go. Just go ahead and yeah, we won't talk about that one because the video hasn't dropped yet, but it's coming up. And then a bunch of other things hopefully coming up. Definitely want to do another Gunpla video. That's for dang sure. That was
Yeah.
fun. And we're thinking of doing a crusade. We're doing 40K crusade, or are we gonna do fantasy crusade?
I feel like 40K is.
I
40K
think we'll start out with 40K.
All right.
We want to do a couple different crusade / campaign games. Like we want to do a Gundam one.
Yes. That'll be fun.
Sorry, Mobile Suit Skirmish one.
Yeah.
Follow the stuff out of the campaign book
Yep.
to just follow the major battles in the 1 year war.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We got a lot of games, as you know, if you watch our channel. We technically need to do some War Machine.
Yeah,
I would
like
say
War
in the
Machine.
next 3 months, to be safe, we'll probably have Infinity.
Oh
My, Flames of War 2. Like, for example, I had a huge Ariadne army, and I no longer have it. So I gotta start collecting again, personally. I gotta start from square one. Matt, you still got your Toa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna be playing...
JSA, the Japanese Sectionalist Army, aka Weeb Army. 'Cause
Yes, he
it
messaged
is
me
weird
like, hey, I got Infinity, so now you gotta teach me how to play. I was like, great, Rick will have to teach us back.
Boy, I don't know if I remember any Infinity.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, oh god.
So I don't have my rule books anymore either. And I think they're in the 3rd edition now.
No, 4.
4th edition?
N4 is the book that they have for sale.
I think I played in N3.
So.
Who does look into? They've changed all the sculpts
Mm-hmm.
since
Are
I
they
played.
plastic now?
No, still metal.
Alright.
Still suck.
But like they completely redid all the Macedonian Highlander
Yeah.
45th militia
Yeah,
guys.
for
and
being metal models, there's a fuckload of detail on these damn
yeah,
things.
it's good casting.
They put together 3 of these like robot, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And God, they're supposed to look like girl robots or whatever, like some like special forces. But it's like the whole detail of like, there's one she's got like her finger like this, and her arms like opening up to like a gun. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's like you see all the fucking details. I'm like, Jesus, for a metal model,
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty.
that's really good.
Also, we might be doing a local tournament. I'm not sure how many of us will make it. I know we talked about in our first or second video we ever posted.
Spanky should do it.
But it's a little home ran one at our local hobby store.
It starts at noon.
And we're trying to support them and keep them going because
be
being a previous hobby store owner myself, you gotta keep those little places going. No matter how good or bad the place looks, like stability wise, you know what I mean? Because you might see everything stocked, you're like, wow, they're doing great. Maybe they're not. Mm-hmm. But as we all know as gamers, you all know how hard it is for a brick and mortar store to hang in there. With, like, for example, the way Wizards and Amazon works currently, the way GW works in general, which everyone that's ever owned a store knows how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Knows how much they don't like to work with GW.
Yeah, they suck. So, so we're gonna do that. We should have at least one of us there. That's gonna be cool. That's a little home brewed, local yokel ran. Should be fun. The last one we played in was fun.
What the fuck I run?
Deed Sealers.
Deed Sealer call? Yeah, I'd probably be Nids.
I'll bring Krieg and know my rules better.
There you go.
Well,
that's the thing. If you do it though, are you going to do the competitive edge or are you going to do the fun? Because I feel like here's the catch-20. You join the competitive, you know what you're getting into because it's going to be try-harding and you know what I mean. It's going to be a competitive mosh.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, there's two brackets.
Where if you do the non-competitive, you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to bring a fun list, have some fun. And then Joe Schmo's gonna bring a fucking dick down list and whomp you and be like, why the hell did I
told you when I was there, because I had to buy the first game.
Yeah.
So I was just walking around, and I was mainly watching the casual players because it was funny. But the one kid had demons, and this other guy brought Dark Angels. I was like, oh, let's go. I'll watch this game for a little bit because I play. He brought the Redemptor and the Repulsor, and I was just like, oh, this is not going to be a good day for that demon player.
This dude brought cheese. This guy brought a list.
It's sounds like it was just a roll of cool game.
How is that a roll of cool?
If you told me to make a Space Marine list tomorrow, I'm always going to grab my Leviathan Dreadnought.
Right.
Because it looks cool. Granted, it's nasty. Not as nasty as it used to be.
Yeah, no, it's nasty as it used to be.
But, I mean, that's just like, before they put Scouts into an elite slot, I always took Marine Scouts because they're real cool.
They are talking about putting Rippers into elite slots. God damn you, GW! Do not do it.
Aren't they fast attack right now?
No,
Troops.
I think they're troops. Yeah.
No. Well, that's probably their way of like kicking them to the curb, like they did for Scouts.
Well, how many troop choices do they have?
3, and they're 4. So, but here's the thing: the reason they're doing it is the new model that's coming out. The way it works is it flies down and like stings you.
Caca.
And as long as it hits you and wounds you, which you're going to, it's like, hit on a fucking 2-up, wound on a 2-up. As long as it accomplishes it.
Transhuman.
Huh?
Transhuman. I stopped that.
Well, as long as it accomplishes wounding you, it goes, okay, congratulations, you're infected.
And you
take D3 mortal wounds.
Well, and there's a rule that you suffer called...
It's itchy.
It's itchy, which means you lose...
Objective secure.
Objective secure.
And the thing is, if one of your models dies, if you inflict 2 mortal wounds on whatever you're fighting, you pop down a Ripper Swarm base. So they're going to move them to fast attack because otherwise this thing's going to roll around and be like, oh, that's a cool objective you're on. Fly into them, charge them, kill something in that squad. Because you're going to, let's say it's Chaos Cultist on there, kill 2 or 3 of them, pop a little Ripper Swarm. Oh, you have 50 Chaos Cultists? It doesn't matter. You don't have objective secured. My Ripper does.
Oh, this would be nice.
And then you give them...
You don't even take an elite slot then. It's like summoning, right?
Yes, and you don't pay the points.
You get free Rippers?
Free Rippers, no point pay.
I like that.
I love it, but like I think the reason they're going to go to fast attack is because otherwise you can bring this one model and be like, oh, that's a cool objective you're sitting on. It'd be a shame if you just, I don't know, lost objective secured. Whoosh. But a lot of people are already talking about, which I think will be fun, is you're going to bring this thing, then you're going to bring a group of gargoyles, and you're just going to fly this thing into melee, start pooping out Ripper Swarms, and then be like, oh no, somebody needs to secure that objective, and the gargoyles are just going to fly over into it and be like, secured. But I think they're fast attack too.
Gargoyles
Or they're talking about, or it's outnumbering them. They're like, oh, then you'll just outnumber people with gargoyles.
I mean, what's NID's normal BS and WS?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like...
What do they hit on?
Fours.
So gargoyles? 4s. They have flesh borers, so you
And
know.
they shoot and hit on 4s, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they have flesh borers, so
I got answer
you
to
fucking
your
have a strength 3. Huh.
I got to answer to your heads.
Have flamethrowers.
Custodes.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Course
Let's bring
mine.
psychers.
Fuck you.
Let's bring psychers or crusher stampede.
Why?
Because I'll just inflict mortal wounds on you.
Emperor's Chosen. Do normal mortal wounds on 4+.
Okay. What, the stratagem?
No, it's built in.
It's all of them?
Yep.
I don't think
Emperor's
that's right.
Chosen.
I don't think that's right.
I'll show you after we get done filming.
Alright.
Anyway, that plays Custodes, they're going to tell you. Yeah,
Oh.
Emperor's Chosen is the way to go.
That's alright, man. I'll just bring 500 models
Yeah,
compared
trade-
to your 7.
Trait 1, I get to re-roll either 1 hit roll or 1 wound roll.
Okay.
And trait 2, I deny mortal wounds on a 4+.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it the shield host?
Yeah.
Oh, so you gotta bring that shield. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you gotta be in that stance.
I
or
mean,
whatever.
it's the only one bring in my eyes right now.
Yeah.
So.
I have no idea. I haven't played Custodians since I got updated. My buddy who plays Custodians is back home in Wisconsin, so...
Well, Rick said bring something, so, I brought 1,000 just in case.
I didn't know, so I didn't bring anything. Also, by the time he said, I'm bringing something, I was already on the road. I was like, yeah, fuck that.
Well, and I didn't fill up the propane heaters.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
It ain't that bad out.
My nipples are getting a little
It
cold.
is definitely dropped.
10 degrees?
Hey, we're supposed to get snow this weekend.
Shut up.
In old Ohio! Woo!
Snow.
I love how
I'm
we
so
always
done.
get up in the 70s.
Yeah.
When it's getting closer to spring, and it's just like, nah, winter, fuck you.